of different versions of the story. Different people have different ways of telling it. That doesn't mean that one version's right and another version's wrong, just that there are different ways of telling the story.
This is our version of the story, and because we are different from other storytellers, our story will probably be different too.
There are even parts of the story where we're imagining, based off what we've heard from other storytellers, what we think might have happened. That makes our version a blend of what we've heard from other storytellers and what we bring to the story as individuals.
So after you leave here today, you should find someone else who's heard the story and ask them to tell you the version that they've heard. See what's different, what's similar, and talk with the storyteller about those differences. But now, our story.
Our story begins long ago.
Long ago.
Before you were even born.
Before your parents were born.
Or their parents, or their parents' parents, or their parents' parents' parents. What's the oldest thing you can think of?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs, what else? What else is really old? Typewriters. One more. Your mother. Well, I don't know your mother, but I'm guessing she's pretty old. But compared to this, she may as well have been born yesterday.
In those days, neither a typewriter, nor a dinosaur, nor your mom would have been able to stand anywhere because there was no land. There was only water.
Because there was no land, only water creatures lived there. All the animals either needed to be able to fly like herons, or swim and live in the water like beaver and turtle.
There were no people anywhere. Well, that's not exactly true. Back then there were beings that were like people in many ways, but different in other ways. They had special powers, like being able to move objects without touching them, just by thinking about it. They weren't great swimmers, though, and would never survive if they had to live on the great water.
But that was okay because these people had never even heard of the great water. They lived in a place far above it. A place called Sky World.
In the center of Sky World, there grew a giant tree.
The Tree of Life,
which glowed, providing light to all the people in Sky World.
The tree also grew every kind of fruit imaginable in abundance.
Because the tree was so important to their way of life, the people were warned never to disturb the tree.
It came to pass that a woman of the Sky People came to be with child, and as her baby grew inside of her, she, like so many women today, began to have strange and powerful cravings.
She said to her husband,
"Dear one, I need you to do something for me and for our baby."
He said,
"For you and our baby? Anything. What do you mean?"
"I need a cup of tea."
"A cup of tea, is that all? That's simple. Give me, 2 minutes.
Well, it's not quite that simple. I need a cup of tea brewed from the roots of the Tree of Life.
What? But we can't disturb the tree. It's forbidden.
I know, I wouldn't ask if I didn't think it was absolutely necessary, but these cravings are so strong. I think the baby needs me to drink the tea as a medicine to keep her healthy."
Her? It's a girl?
And that was all Skywoman's husband needed to hear to convince him. He went to the tree when no one was looking to get the medicine that his wife and new daughter needed.
He dug into the soil and tore out a small piece of the tree's roots, just enough to make a cup of tea. But then, then,
all around him the sky grew dark, which had never happened before. He looked up and noticed the blossoms on the Tree of Life had stopped glowing. For the first time, the Tree of Life looked dark and dead.
He turned and ran as fast as he could. As he ran, a sound filled the air. A terrible, ear-splitting groan, so loud he thought the sound alone might crush him.
And then, cutting through the commotion like the crack of a colossal whip, the base of the tree snapped.
Skywoman's husband looked on in horror as the Tree of Life toppled to the ground, scattering its seeds in all directions.
When Skywoman's husband returned, he tried to tell her that the Tree of Life had collapsed, but she didn't hear him, fixated instead on the tea she needed to drink as medicine for her unborn daughter.
She brewed the tea, drank it, and instantly fell into a deep sleep.
That night, Skywoman dreamed of her daughter.
But her daughter was not in Sky World. She was in another world, A world beneath the clouds. A world made up of swirling waters, of currents and cataracts, tides and tempests, leagues and leviathans!
Sky Woman woke with an uneasy feeling. Her dream seemed so real. Could it possibly be true? She arose from bed as if in a trance.
Thank goodness you're awake. How is the baby? Is the baby well?
She didn't answer him. She was still too stunned by her dream.
I hope the tea was what you and the baby needed, because when I pulled the roots out the tree,
He couldn't even bring himself to finish the sentence. He just pointed toward where the tree of life had fallen over.
Sky Woman walked toward the fallen tree. Where the tree stood, there was now a giant hole. She wondered,
Me? Does the world that I dreamed of exist somewhere far below us?
She moved closer to see if she could look into the hole. Her husband cried out to try and get her to stay back, but it was no use. She had to know whether her dream had been true.
She reached the edge of the hole and peeked over. It was hard to see. If the world she had dreamed of were there, it must be very far away. So she leaned further over the edge to get a better look, and then further and further, until suddenly she toppled into the hole and fell.
Now, let me ask, has anybody here ever fallen down? Don't be shy. You've never fallen down before? In a ditch? Tell me what happened. You forgot the ditch was there and just tipped over? Kind of like this? Boom, boom. Anybody else? Yeah.
What? I fell over on my bike with training wheels.
Oh boy.
Millions of times.
Millions of times? Are the training wheels off now, or are you still using them?
Still using them.
You're still using them? Keep at it, because that's how you get good at stuff, is practice. Yeah, and the green coat back here. You, yes. Your cousin tripped you. That wasn't very nice. And you fell. And when you fell, like this young woman who fell into the ditch, did your arms go out to the side to try and catch yourself? Yeah, you have to try, right? Because it hurts when you fall and actually hit the ground. I bet it hurt when you fell off your bike the millionth time. Sometimes it does. Because, yeah, the ground is hard. So we try to catch ourselves, right? Either if we lost our balance, we try and get our balance back, or if there's something there, we try and grab a hold of it. That's exactly what Sky Woman did when she fell. But who remembers what was there for her to hold on to?
Nothing.
Nothing. Why not?
Because she's up in the sky.
She's in the sky, and what had been there?
A tree, but now it's dead.
The tree is dead, right. So she grabbed hold of the roots, but what are roots like when they've died? Do you know?
I had my hand up. I fell in the water one time.
You fell in the water.
Yes, at the beach.
Well, that probably didn't hurt as much as falling onto the concrete, but I bet sometimes it still hurts to fall in the water. Like if you hit it sideways. Are you all right now?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. So when the roots of a tree are dead, what happens to them? Who's got an idea?
They are easy to
Yeah, they kind of crumble, right? They get dried and crumbly. So they were no good for Sky Woman to hold on to. She just reached in trying to stop herself, and they all crumbled right in her hands. And so, holding only 2 handfuls of dried seeds, Sky Woman hurtled toward the watery world below.
Now, as extraordinary of a day as this was for Sky Woman, for the creatures that lived on the great water below, this was just an ordinary day.
Hey, Aaron!
Howdy, Beaver.
What you up to?
Oh, the usual, little flying, little swimming, catching fish, eating them. Yeah.
I have composed another poem.
Really?
It is my greatest work yet. Its theme is the most profound of themes.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
My greatest source of inspiration, awe, and wonder.
Let me guess, let me guess.
Even
I
my...
see.
Oh my gosh, how did you know?
I don't know, Aaron's intuition, I guess. Wow, so that means you've composed a poem about the sea every day since, the dawn of
And
time.
this is my best yet, my masterpiece. Shall I recite it for you?
Yeah, of course. How do you pull my Beaver and I to be the first to hear it? I can't wait.
Oh, sea, dear sea, thou art so very big. I cannot say for sure how big you are. 10 beavers dead? Why then, I'll dance a jig and say moving pretty fast and straight down.
Maybe it's a fish he wants to catch.
That doesn't look like a bird.
It doesn't have any feathers or wings. I'm not sure it can fly at all. Whatever it is, losing it in trouble. I'll try to catch it if I can. Any my fellow herons around here to help? No? Maybe you guys can help me out. Can you flap your wings really hard and help me? Thanks, guys. Faster! Come on! Okay, I think that's enough. Let's go!
Oh my god! What do I do?
Wake up, Turtle. See what she thinks we should do. Thank you!
Turtle, wake up, wake up, wake up!
Beaver, what's wrong?
Sorry to interrupt your nap, Turtle, but this is important.
Important?
Really important.
You've come up with a dozen words that rhyme with
A
wave.
dozen? More like 50. And I just figured out I can rhyme a water with otter. But Turtle, wait, this is different. There's nothing falling from the sky.
From the sky sounds like a
No, it
bird.
doesn't have any feathers or wings. It can't fly on its own. Heron was to catch it so it doesn't get hurt.
Aha! It sounds like it doesn't belong here. Tell him to take it back to wherever it came from.
Gotcha!
Heron! Turtle says take it back where it came from.
Not gonna happen. She's as big as I am. There's no way I can carry her all the way back up there.
Her?
It's a female of some kind, but strange looking. No feathers, no wings. Definitely can't fly on her own. But no flippers or fins either. I doubt she can swim. Pardon me, can you swim? That's a negative. She can't swim.
Excuse me, this is Turtle, ma'am.
Yes? How did it go?
The being from the sky is a woman, but she's too big for Heron to carry any longer.
Tell him to put her down
Well,
then.
he would, but she doesn't have any flippers or fins. She can't swim either.
Can't fly, can't swim. Very well. Tell him he may put this strange creature down on my back. It may be difficult for me. I will have to concentrate and swim very hard to stay on the surface instead of diving below like I usually do. But I will do my
Oh,
best.
thank you, Turtle. Thank you. Thank you.
Beaver, you got blood here.
Okay, one side coming down on Turtle's back, but gently. Don't disturb Turtle. She's swimming extra hard so she can stay on the surface.
Oh,
Bring it in for a landing,
here
Heron.
we go. Flap for me, guys, if you can. Oh, I need your help. Oh, I couldn't do this without you. Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you.
Thank you all very much. Our pleasure.
There is nothing, really.
What is this place? This? Well, this is the world, or as I like to call it, the Great Water.
You've never heard of the Great
Oh,
Water?
that's important. I have 52 poems explaining the basics of the subject.
Oh, wow. You are all very kind. I'm just not sure how safe it is for me here if I can't, what did you call it? Swim. And in any case, I'm not sure if there's enough land here, for room for me and for my baby.
Land?
What's that?
Oh, well, where I come from, the ground is solid, so you can stand on it, walk on it, grow food in it.
Grow food? But how do you if this land is solid, then how do you dive in to catch the food and pull it out?
You don't dive in, you plant seeds like these, and food grows out of the ground, stretching toward the sun.
Inconceivable.
Maybe not. Grandfather Beaver told us of such a thing. Dirt, he called it, lying deep beneath the Great Water. Now, I'm sure he was right. It must be there.
Do you think you could bring some here? My baby's going to need food, but I can't use these seeds to plant any without dirt.
I will do my best. If I don't make it back, memorialize me in a song, reciting my poems to all with ears that can hear, and that the boundless majesty of the sea may be celebrated throughout all time, and by all prosperity. Oni, Oni, Oni.
Oh, I hope he makes it back. Reciting those poems would be such an honor, but a huge responsibility. And to be honest, I'm not that great at public speaking. I don't know if I can handle the pressure.
Oh, I made it deeper than I've ever swum before. No sign of that dirt stuff though. What do you guys think? That probably means it's like not there, right? You think it's there?
Yes.
Yes? Well, what should I do about it as a beaver? What should I do? Go deeper? You think so?
That's a great
Okay,
idea.
I'm gonna try it. 1, 2, 3. Beaver, go ahead.
So, first time falling through space and crash landing in a strange new world?
Yes.
Far out. What do you think of it?
Oh, I made it even deeper. So deep, there was no light from the sun at all. The fish that live in the darkness glow, making their own light to see by. Fantastic. Still no sign of that dirt, though.
Oh.
You think it's not there, guys?
Dirt is bad.
Dirt is down. Where should I try again?
Yeah.
Should I go deeper?
Yeah.
Very deep. You guys sound pretty confident in this. I think I'm going to need help from somebody.
Super duper
Is there a little muskrat that knows how to swim out there? And what the hell about the beaver friend? I see the first hand in this lovely little dress. Come on up to the behind the curtain, my little muskrat
Preston.
friend. Come on up behind the curtain. Why not both of you? Come, little muskrat.
Oh, they're talking to me.
Come on, little friend in the blue shirt. Yes, come join us. We have a whole living crew today. What are your names? Lovely. Have you ever swum to the bottom of a river before? Do you like rodents? I like the enthusiasm. Can you plug your nose? 1, 2, 3. Thank goodness.
Oh, wow, look at them go. What a team. I don't know if I can hold my breath for that long. How about you guys? Can you do that? How long can you do? Like 20 seconds? Yeah? 30 seconds? Wow, you're amazing. I can tell that are you like a mermaid or something? Can you do a minute? I would probably just drown. Oh! Beaver?
On the count of 3, will you help me say thank you, Beaver, to wake him up? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Beaver!
Come on, swimming crew. I couldn't make it myself, but thank goodness for these guys. Look what they found. Show them muskrat.
Wow.
Dirt. All the way at the bottom. Let's have a round of applause for the muskrat. Thank you.
Now a muskrat? This should be enough to start with. Way hi yo, way ah hey, yo 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 hi yo, yo hi yo.
What's happening?
The dirt is shredding.
In fact, the dirt spread out so far and so fast, soon it had covered huge sections of the great water.
But that's not all that Sky Woman did. As the dirt spread out beneath her, she planted seeds in the footprints her dancing left on the new-made ground.
Those seeds felt the warmth of the sun and sprung up to reach towards warmth. They sent roots deep down into the new ground, holding it together even as the great water lapped at its edges. Not before long, land rich with plants like grasses and trees stretched as far as Sky Woman could see.
So you see, all of the land underneath our feet was originally built on the back of the great turtle shell. That's why we call this beautiful place Turtle Island.
Thank you, turtles. Thank you, beaver. Thank you, heron. Thank you, muskrats. This place is much safer now for me and for my daughter. I'm sure we'll be here soon.
Sky Woman was right. She soon gave birth to a healthy daughter, who quickly grew into a bright and curious young woman.
Catch me, heron!
Her joy and her love of life were so great, she caused the very air around her to become excited and rush about from one place to another. It was the first time that Turtle Island had ever felt so much as a breeze. Everywhere on Turtle Island that Sky Woman's daughter went, the wind rose to meet her, and for this reason, Sky Woman named her daughter Breath of the Wind.
Mother, look how high I can go!
Oh, yes, dear child. Be careful not to go too high. One day Heron might not be there to catch you.
Don't be silly, Mother. Heron always catches me, just like he caught you so long ago.
Yes, all the same. Take care, dear one. Heron, please look after her and see that she's home before sunset to help gather nuts and berries for our supper.
Ah, what a beautiful day! Let's go exploring!
Sure thing. Shall we go north? We haven't been north in a long time.
I don't think so.